The high-profile assassination of a top lawmaker and her husband could bring about a form of punishment long banned in Minnesota.
With federal prosecutors involved, we wanted to know, how could the death penalty happen in Minnesota? Good question. WCCO's Jeff Wagner explains the unique situation that could put the decision in the hands of Minnesotans.
State and federal law enforcement worked together to catch Vance Belter less than 48 hours after investigators say he shot Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette, then killed House Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark. That cooperation, however, isn't as clear when it comes to state and federal prosecutors hoping to bring the accused killer to justice. Who has jurisdiction in this case, state or federal?
Well, they both do, and that's part of where the tension comes in.
Mark Osler is a law professor at the University of St. Thomas who spent 5 years prosecuting federal crimes.
Often there's an agreement between the state and the feds over how that's going to play out. We'll see if they come to such an agreement here.
In the Derek Chauvin case, state prosecutors tried and convicted him first before federal prosecutors took their turn. In Belter's case, it's the opposite, and the possible punishment for his 2 federal murder charges stand out.
Will we see the death penalty? It's too early to tell. That is one of the options for several of the charges, though.
Federal prosecutors are seeking the death penalty against Luigi Mangione, the man accused of murdering United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York, a state that, like Minnesota, has banned capital punishment. If he's convicted, it will be up to the jury to decide if he should be sentenced to death or life in prison, a similar scenario that could play out in Belter's case.
And here we've got jurors who are from a state that's rejected the death penalty.
Minnesotans abolished use of the death penalty in the state more than 100 years ago, and more than 24 efforts to reinstate it legislatively were soundly defeated.
Robin Marr is the executive director of the Death Penalty Information Center.
And that history tells us that the death penalty is just inconsistent with the values of most Minnesotans.
Minnesota banned the death penalty in 1911, one of 23 states to make that decision. However, the U.S. government and military retain the punishment. American support for the death penalty is dropping. It peaked at about 80% in the early 90s. It's down to 53% as of last year. If the feds go first this time and get a conviction that leads to death penalty, what happens to the state case?
Well, the state may decide it's not worth it since you've got that federal conviction.
Future outcomes aside, Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty has vowed to try Belter in state court.
Because we are accountable to protect our community and hold people who commit crimes in this county accountable.
With photojournalist Jose Pascual, Jeff Wagner, WCCO News.
If someone receives a death sentence in a state where it's outlawed, the execution would happen at the federal prison in Terre Haute, Indiana. If you have a good question for Jeff, you can email him anytime by visiting WCCO.com.